hi there. I'm getting ready to ride the public transit, hence the face diaper. I don't wear it any other place. But yeah, but they give you hell about it. I had one scream at me from the front of the bus once for not covering my nose. Now, I filed a complaint on that. That's ridiculous. They're lucky I have one on at all. I literally have 2 health conditions that make me exempt from wearing a face mask. And I promise you that by the time I get to the end of my 15-minute ride here, every time I have a splitting headache and I'm nauseous. And I keep my nose out. I mean, a lot of it has to do with the anxiety of it. I mean, I know that these are submission devices and that they're not going anywhere, and that this is the attempted implementation of the New World Order. And I'm telling you, a police state is not going to be fun. And you need to look up Agenda 2030, Agenda 2050. This isn't a conspiracy theory, people. This is real. This is written out. Agenda 21 is another one. That's what they're implementing now. And, you know, your compliance is consent, period. And, I mean, you know, the people that walk around wearing masks, I mean, especially, you know, alone in your car and out freaking in the fresh air. I mean, you know, on a bike route, freaking every other person has a mask on riding a bike. I mean, give me a break. This is a 99.8% recovery rate. Anyone that is actually researched, that has actually taken the time to inform themselves, has figured out that this is a scam and it's about people making money. Tech companies are making huge amounts of money. Big Pharma stands to make huge amounts of money. These people that are making these masks, or like these little devices to open door handles, or let's hold your mask on with this headband, or, you know, all of the people are capitalizing on this fear. The media, you know, I'm sure that they make money on it. All of these advertising, you know, everybody has a new advertising campaign for the new normal. So, you know, I'm sure to anyone that knows anything about magic and ritual, it's blatant. I mean, it's a pagan initiation ritual, and the lockdowns are the purging, the purging of the old ways. And then you've got the masking and the confusion and the paradoxes, the constant changing narrative. That is part of the Pavlovian conditioning to get the initiate to take on the new ways. And then, you know, you just have the implementation of it with the masking. Masking is another part of the ritual. It makes one feel, it's basically about not wanting the initiate to be heard. You know, you are to take on the programming, and you're not to, you know, object to it or question it or anything like that, and the mask is symbolic of that. It's a way to take away individuality. It's a way to, I mean, and it's so blatant to those of us that are aware. And then you're just plain and simple a follower if you're walking around. But I mean, I feel bad for you if you're in fear. I mean, I really do, because there is absolutely no reason to be afraid of this boogeyman called COVID. I mean, literally, I'm not a proponent of conspiracy theories. Any theory that I actually defend or spend time talking about typically has a significant amount of evidence backing it, if not bukus of evidence backing it. So, you know, as far as these face cloths, I mean, this is a cloth face diaper. It has a 0% efficacy rating. You can find multiple medical professionals and scientists and speaking out on on how ineffective masking is. I mean, only in a sterile environment do they do anything, and that's more to keep the surgeon from spitting in, say, surgical wounds. It's not really about keeping people from breathing airborne particles. Yeah. And the N95s might block something out, but There's nothing to block out, okay? I mean, the numbers, plain and simple, are not indicative of a pandemic. They've all been changed. At the highest, they were like 500,000 deaths, and that was either worldwide or I think it was worldwide, and then in the U.S. it was 300 and some thousand, but those were reduced to 162,000 on August the 26th. And it was only 9,200 people that had died of COVID alone. The other 94% had some other cause of comorbidity. People are being, paid to allow COVID to be on the death certificate instead of, say, cancer, when somebody's died of stage 4 colon cancer. I mean, I've heard that they're being paid. I haven't been able to vet that one, but I have vetted the fact that hospitals are being paid $39,000 in subsidy for every patient that goes on a ventilator, and they are being paid for Medicare patients, for sure. They're being paid $9,000 to $10,000 for every COVID diagnosis. You have to understand that hospitals are actually empty right now because people are afraid to go to them. So, there's a lot of pressure to diagnose COVID. I mean, that's why, the flu rates and pneumonia rates went down to nothing while COVID went up. There are not significantly more deaths this year than in previous years, but we're supposed to believe that it's a pandemic. Come on, people. We need to use our brains, okay? This is a scamdemic, plandemic. You should Google Event 201. The whole thing was orchestrated prior to. I mean, it's all the world really is a stage. Have a good day.